You ready? Let's go. 2 Minute Daily Devo for Wednesday, December 7th. I'm in the New International Reader's Version today, and our verse of the day comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 6. Little context here before we get to our verse of the day. Jesus is talking to a group of people here in the Sermon on the Mount, and he says to them, and he's talking about worry. And he says in verse 25, don't worry. Don't worry about your life and what you will eat or drink. Don't worry about your body and what you will wear. And then he goes into talking about how, look at the birds of the air and the crops of the field and how God takes care of all of them and they don't worry for anything and God still provides for their needs. And then he gets down to verse 33, our verse of the day, one of my favorites, and says this, but put God's kingdom first. Do what he wants you to do. Then all those things will be given to you. Jesus here is reminding us of what's the most important thing, where our priority should be. It should not be material things or stuff that we can get for ourselves or even to worry about how are we going to make it in the world. He says here, if you put my kingdom first, put God's kingdom first, and do what I've called you to do, God says, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of all of your needs. I'm going to provide for you. This is important and quite a word for us today because we live in a world full of materialism. We live in a world full of worry and anxiety and fear. And Jesus says this, let's do this. Don't focus on all those things that you think are important. Let's focus and get our priorities straight and focus on what is important, and that's my kingdom. And he says, if you do that, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to provide for all those needs that you lay awake at night worrying about and thinking about and wondering about. All that fear, all that anxiety, all of that